Playing professional football is fantastic, but owning a business is better. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I decided to start our very own business, Pass Removals, a few years ago whilst playing professional football. The problem with being a professional athlete is that your career is capped. Most athletes don't play past the age of 35. In fact, in football, the average retirement age is around 30, with the average career span being about 8 years. So, you've got 8 years kind of as a sort of average. You're not going to be playing past 35 unless you're LeBron James or Cristiano Ronaldo or some top performing athlete, the 0.01%, which most aren't. So that's the biggest problem, is that you're capped. Another thing is that injury, they do come along. Every professional athlete, every football player has been injured at some point, and sometimes, unfortunately, it can be a career ender, or it can be one where it significantly prohibits you from being able to play the game at a good standard, and then you end up dropping down the levels. The money doesn't last forever, is another thing. When your career's done, you're finished, you have to look for another job. That's why owning a business is such a great idea, because the business can function without you and can last a lot longer than yourself, where football is very much predicated on you going out and performing and playing to a certain level and using your physical body to be able to produce an outcome for the football team. With business, you don't actually have to do much. You can just own the business and own the asset and have people doing the work, and your business can function even if you're not there and long after you're gone. There's some massive companies that have been about for hundreds of years. Walt Disney springs to mind. He no longer lives. He is now moved on, and his business still functions and makes millions, billions of dollars a year. So that's the great thing about business, and the unfortunate thing about football. It's very much predicated on your physical body to go out and perform all the time. Professional football players make a lot of money. They can do, especially at the top level, and using that money whilst you're still playing to invest into a business is a fantastic way of building wealth for the future and looking after your family. I would encourage you guys, here's some business ideas. Start removals is what I've done. But any service-based, sorry for my handwriting, any service-based business is a fantastic start. You don't need much capital to get going, and especially if you're just getting started in the business world, you don't have proof of concept. You need to get proof of concept. You need proof that it works for you. And starting a service-based business, we started our moving company a few years ago now, and it's doing 6 figures every year. Hopefully we should go over the £500,000 mark. But yeah, we didn't start with much money. In fact, we started with £7,000. And that was it. And we got going based on that. So I would encourage you guys who are looking to play professional sport, if you're a pro football player, you're an aspiring football player, whatever you might be, to consider in your free time starting your own business, using the resources that you have. Maybe you have your friends, family members, you have a bit of time after training to focus on growing a company, because the football career does not last forever, and before you know it, you'll be done. But consider starting a business whilst you're still playing, so that when you finish and you hang up the boots, you have something to go straight into.